Something like that.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Hey guys, welcome to an incredibly special episode of Chuckload of Comics. Our good friends, the people we've been talking about on the show for the past several months, the folks from Cold War, Games, Arts, and Entertainment, Maczko, Ashley Witter, Andy King, we finally get to meet. Guys, thanks for coming by.
Thank you. We're at
Absolutely.
C2E2. This is awesome. This is what, like the last show of the
I think
of the
unless
whole show?
unless somebody really important stops
like
by.
somebody comes by and kicks us out.
But
like,
you guys are the highlight. You guys are the headliners of our entire 3 days here at Chuckload of Comics.
Well, of course we are.
we planned that out just like that.
And I couldn't be happier.
Well,
we
we-
love you guys, man. You're like our best friends that we've rarely met.
Since Ace.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
actually, a lot's happened between when we first did it was just me and you guys
Yeah.
at Ace, and that was awesome.
It
And,
looks
like,
a lot different, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, you guys got awesome, like way awesomer. It's like we've been doing stuff, but just a lot's happened. We've come a long way since we met a couple months ago.
Well, yeah, we have, man, and it's all thanks to you guys. It's all thanks to people like Andy and both of you guys for joining the Chuckload of Comics family. As soon as we joined up with Cold War, the channel went nuts. Like, people love you guys.
I'm personally a huge fan of the show. Actually, long-time listener, first-time caller. But I saw the first episode. I was like, yeah, I got to subscribe. This is something I definitely have to watch on a weekly basis. So
The show is dope.
yeah,
Couldn't
it is.
appreciate
it, really
it
is.
more. Oh, I mean, obviously, we got to talk about Fight Your Friends. We've been pumping this
Yes.
game up for months now, and it's finally happening. Like, Fight Your Friends is a physical thing now.
It kind of sort of like the Kickstarter's still going. You know, I mean, we're funded and everything, but we're working towards stretch goals and things. And yeah, we made some demo cards just for like C2E2 and
So
a couple of
gorgeous.
these early.
This was the very
cons we're
first
doing.
one. The Scorch card is
The
the
Scorch
first
card,
one
yes,
that
it
we
was.
ever announced on the show.
Revealed on Chuckload of Comics.
And we're like, yeah, this is going to be a really, really cool game once we saw this card. And the cards just kept getting cooler and cooler and cooler and just more amazing. Every single card just blew us away. If you're unfamiliar with the Fight Your Friends game, I mean, this is a brainchild of you guys, right?
I would say so. Yeah, I'm kind of like the game designer. Ashley does a lot of the artwork. She did like all the
Hi, Ashley.
the awesome
I do
like
the visuals.
yeah, all the card back, the logo was all Ashley, the frames all Ashley, all that design work was her. So that's cool. Andy is our lead project guy, who I know you've dealt with a lot.
Never met, always
Never
dealt
met.
with.
Right? I haven't met anybody. This is the first time I met like everybody. I'm
Well,
like,
it's,
hey guys.
it's also like your first show, right?
It
like your
is my first
like,
big con. I went to little tiny game conventions and whatnot back in the 80s, but nothing like it would fit in like the corner of this.
Of
It's
C2E2.
ridiculous. Yeah, this is definitely you get that deer in headlights like, oh, what am I doing? So
But you've been doing awesome.
thank you, I appreciate
It's
it.
the
I
biggest
really
show. They sold out yesterday. It was 40,000 people in attendance yesterday. They've never had that many people on a single day. I mean,
That was
typically it's about
awesome.
70, 75 for the whole weekend, and they had 40,000 in one day.
It was banging.
It
here
felt like
yesterday.
40,000.
Yeah, it
I'll
was
just be
banging.
honest.
I mean, there was one point when I'm going up the escalator and the line reached all the way to the top of the escalator, so people just started falling over on each other as
Oh,
they got to the
perfect.
top of
As
the
they were
escalator.
like pushing in. There's no way to
That's
go
the way
back.
it was.
Yeah,
it
oh
was.
my
It
God.
was. It was wild. So Fight Your Friends. One of the things I'm most excited about is if you're not a big gamer, if you're kind of new to the tabletop gaming thing,
Right.
this is a game you can get and play with just two people.
Yep.
And it doesn't have to be a all-day commitment, a 3-week commitment. I mean, you can just jump in, have a really cool card game with your friends, and play for like 10 minutes, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're quick games, and really like the idea behind Fight Your Friends was just to get lots of independent comic creators to get all of their characters, and that's kind of what Fight Your Friends is that every card is a character from some sort of indie comic production from other artists and friends of ours and writers and things like that. So I don't know, it gave us a chance to work with lots of cool people and lots of more people. Actually, just
Yeah.
being at C2E2, we've lined up like 4 other
Oh, wow.
artists that are going to
Nice.
be joining us that we'll be announcing.
That's the coolest part about it, is because every single one of these playing cards, they all have different powers and different abilities and stuff like that, but each one comes from an indie comic book.
Yes.
From indie comic book creators. It introduces people into the independent comic book world, and these characters are awesome.
They are.
I mean, like, we did the King card, Ashley, from your book Squarriors.
Well, Ash writes it. I do.
Right. That's right. It's both of you guys.
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
Team Ash project.
Yep.
And I mean, God, what an honor to be able to reveal the King card on Chuckload of Comics. That was absolutely awesome.
That was planned.
So, Ashley,
That was a plan.
I really appreciate that. Ashley, you've had a crazy con, right? I mean, you've been
Yes.
running wild.
Well, I broke my record for commissions. Normally I take about 17.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm well over 20. I have to be by now.
Yes, I think you did like 21.
And I just finished my first big panel with Marvel, Women of Marvel, which was super exciting.
Because you do the covers for, a lot of the you do a lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I do covers for Dr. Aphra and X-23.
Yeah.
So,
How'd that go? How was your first Marvel?
Oh, it was awesome.
Were you all nerves and craziness, or was it fun and
super
relaxed?
nervous, but nobody could tell.
It was funny. We were looking for the room. We were actually headed to the wrong room. We didn't realize it. So we passed the first room, and it's packed with people. And I was like, oh, that's something. Don't worry about that. We're all the way down at the end. It's not going to be a big deal. We get to the end, oh, no, you guys are in that room. So we come back. There was a lot of people.
My friend Tony, who's standing right there in the Black Panther t-shirt, tried to get into that one. And he showed up on time, and they were like, nope, we're done. We're full.
Yeah, there was a lot of people, and it was awesome. And the girls did awesome.
We all got emotional.
Yeah. Who all was up there with you?
I can't remember all their names.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
It was... It was...
I feel bad because I should know them. They're my peers. But it was super inspiring just to hear all these different women, how they got into comics, doing work for Marvel.
Yeah.
And I think it really inspired the audience, too, because they were asking questions. And one girl came up and thanked us for telling us the story. It really meant something to her
amazing.
and her friends. So.
That is awesome. Well, what blew me away, and I've said this on the show a lot of times, is how fast this Fight Your Friends Kickstarter got funded. It got funded in 48 hours. The whole thing was just done.
It was ready to go. And it's we expected it to do pretty okay at the beginning, but now it's all about getting those stretch goals.
Yeah.
Adding some extra cards, adding some, cool features, some spot gloss treatments and things like that. So we are still pushing it, still pumping the Fight Your Friends Kickstarter for sure.
My dream is to see Chuckload of Comics, me and Shauna, on the front of a Fight Your Friends card. But I want it, here's the trick. I want it to be the worst card in the entire deck. It's a card nobody
triple
wants.
Zeros.
You lose points if you accidentally draw this card.
Yeah, if somebody finds out you're playing it, you just lose.
Oh God, I got the Chuckload of Comics card.
Not again.
Wah, wah.
It's maybe it's a card that goes to your opponent and makes their cards worse. There you go.
That's what I want. It's the draw again card.
Yes.
Andy, so what's on the future for Fight Your Friends, man? I know.
Oh well, for like Ash was saying, we're going to be bringing in more amazing artists and announcing more amazing artists. That goes without saying. But then we have. I just want to talk about it for a little bit. I want to say I've been demoing it all weekend, and I taught a 10-year-old how to play cards, a card game, in 5 minutes, and he actually beat me, which was kind of embarrassing.
Of course.
I was like, okay, now you need to leave. No, but I didn't say that. But
give me those cards.
Yeah, you can't.
This kid's good,
play
man. This kid's real good.
Yeah, so it's something that I can share with not just my family, but other I'm a parent, other parents with kids and whatnot. But yet, I played a gamer that's like a hardcore Magic the Gathering gamer, and he gets to the end and he's like, I like this. This has some deep strategy for such a simple game. You know what I mean?
Did you beat him, or did he?
No, he cleaned my clock too. I'm going at about 50%. Actually, I spend so much time just testing them. I haven't really got into strategies, and so I'm like, now I have to go in a different route because I'm not going to lose anymore.
No, keep losing, man.
No.
Let
the
person who's buying it maybe
really
win a
good
couple.
at this game. Yeah,
exactly.
That's how we draw you
strategy.
in.
Well, I guess that's working for them then because I haven't been winning.
Well, I know. Cold War. Games, Arts, Entertainment. You guys basically make tabletop games, card games based on comic book properties, and I know you have a really big game coming up on the horizon. You got the Lady Death game. We actually had a comment because we show those logos up, on the show. If you've never watched Truckload of Comics, we always have you guys' logos playing in the background. And we got a comment just the other day. Someone saw the Lady Death logo on the screen, and they're like, "What is this Lady Death tabletop game?"
I read that.
What's any details on that? Is it happening?
I can give you some details. Yeah.
Okay.
So officially, it's now named and has an official card back that's been released by Coffin Comics, and it is Lady Death Last Stand.
Sweet.
Which will be literally the first ever Lady Death game of its 30-year franchise. It's the first game ever that features Lady Death.
No pressure.
That's gonna be good, right?
Yeah, no pressure.
Draw this one good, Ashley. Don't screw this one up.
And then
as if though,
Yeah,
right?
no, and she already did the card back, and it's gorgeous and beautiful. And it's going to be another Kickstarter. That's Coffin Comics thing. They do tons of Kickstarters. All of them are highly successful. They're literally the best Kickstarter company on Kickstarter, especially when it comes to comic books. But yeah, we'll be launching that with them in October. actually kind
October.
of right around Halloween. So that'll be the launch of Lady Death Last Stand. I can't tell you a lot about the game yet, but I can tell you that's when it's hitting. I can tell you that's when it's hitting. That's when, that's the name. And
we know Andy probably sucks at it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Andy's tested it, and he's lost a lot.
Lost to a zygote.
Yeah.
I lost to myself, and I don't even know how that works.
Yeah. So yeah, Lady Death, that's kind of like our flagship thing that's going to be going this year that I'm expecting to be pretty successful and lots of fun. I mean, you get to play with Lady Death stuff.
Yeah.
That's super exciting, and no pressure or anything.
And you got the Squarriors game that's been out for a while now. The most beautiful box of a game I've ever seen. We actually have our Squarriors. We have our Squarriors box sitting there as an art display piece right next to the television. It's like when people come in, it's like it's not just a prop. It's not just sitting up there with Monopoly. It's sitting there like as a piece of art in our house. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, anything new happening with the Squarriors universe?
Well, lots of stuff with Squarriors. The comic book. We just finished a Kickstarter a couple months ago to finish out like the second season of Squarriors. So we've got issues 1, 2, and 3 of the second series already out. Issues 4 is coming out, I don't know, I think in like a month or so. And then issue 5 a little towards the end of the year. And then we'll have the big, awesome hardcover for the whole second series of Squarriors.
Wow.
That'll be out this year.
The omnibus.
At the end. With that, as these new cards are coming out, we've actually got some new expansion cards for Squarriors the card game that'll also be coming out towards the end of the year with the new series.
It's amazing. You guys got so many so many pots on the stove right now. It's crazy. How do you keep it all together? With people like Andy.
You have an awesome team.
Yeah.
The team is like
it's huge. Your team.
We are always communicating, and that I think that's key. Is and I'm not even from the Chicagoland area, so it's like it still works. It still meshes because okay, I need this done. All right, I'm on it, and then it gets done. And
I've seen more Cold War T-shirts walking around here than I have there's Iron Man
T-shirts. I think 11 of us that came in and out this weekend all together, and there's like 16 of us I think on the team all together. So it's a lot of people who are really passionate about making games and making art, and it's a fun group. We love doing it, and it's really just our life now.
It's a really, really fun group. Everybody from the Cold War team that we've met, you guys included, we've absolutely just instantly bonded with, becomes friends with. Anything else you guys want to plug before we kind of wrap it up? Because I know, Ashley, you probably got places you got to be. So do you, Ash?
Well, Andy's got something over there. So what do we got going with that?
We had a little contest with JT Malloy did a version of Tazy Crazy on his Sapphire Spectre comic. He did a variant
Who's a Fight
cover.
Your Friends character.
Yeah, who's a Fight Your Friends character. And so anybody that backed Kickstarter this weekend.
Go ahead.
You looking for Tazy Crazy? I'll let you. Anybody that backed the Kickstarter this weekend got entered in on a drawing, and we have a winner.
Oh, we're going to do that right now on the thing?
Yes.
We're doing a live
That is awesome.
winner, guys. Pull up. We're announcing a winner of a contest here.
Here it comes, guys. Ready? It's Taylor Giselle or Gizelle. I think it's Giselle, but it's Gizel. So we're going to contact them, and they're the big winner.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
What a cool looking cover, too.
I'm super jealous. I actually wanted it, but I was told, no, that's for a drawing. I said, but why?
Why don't we get one?
I want one.
Well
but
done.
No.
And that's
Gorgeous.
by JT Malloy.
JT Malloy,
also
yes.
a part of Cold War and has his own series, Sapphire Spectre. Shout out to that, so check that out.
Yes, definitely.
Well, this is great, man.
And his beautiful cover.
You guys had such an amazing con. It's ridiculous. You're everywhere.
It's been cool. And I guess with that, I'd like to give like a couple, if I can remember everybody, a couple shout outs. Obviously to Ashley, who's our awesome artist and who's like been my backup and my front up for like so many things, and she's done so awesome like this whole weekend. And Andy and Joey and John and Nicole and JT and Tanya and Alex and Ken, and if I missed anybody, I think that was pretty good. Like
that was more than I'd have gotten through.
Matt.
Oh, and
oh my gosh.
And like literally the foundation, the cornerstone, the COO of Cold War,
the coon,
Matt Reynolds, who basically runs everything because I'm sitting at a table with Ashley like doing comic books. Matt runs everything. Thanks, Matt. You're awesome. The whole team's awesome. We love you guys. Arroo!
Arroo!
I didn't know.
Now
Screw
you did.
it. I missed
now you did. You got
it. Up.
You're fine. You're fine. You're in now.
Well, guys, this has been great. It's been so wonderful partnering with you guys. We hope we get to do a lot of cool stuff with Cold War in the future. Really looking forward to everything you guys have going on in 2019. It is 2019 still, right?
For a little while longer.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's going to go by fast, though. Thank you guys. I mean, you
You're
guys
welcome.
have an awesome show. That's
Yeah,
why we wanted to be
definitely.
part of it. Like, we wanted to be with you guys, not the other way around. You guys have an amazing show. You do it well. You're professional. The coolest people we've worked with on something like this. So thank you guys.
Aw.
For sure. And thanks, Shauna. Bye.
You're very welcome. Shauna's back there. There she is, waving away.
Thank you, Shauna. You're awesome.
Well, guys, check out. You know it if you watch Chuckload of Comics. Go to coldwar.us. I mean, there's a million places you guys can find you guys. Fightyourfriends.net.
Fightyourfriends.net. Check out the Kickstarter. Please help us out.
Yeah, a lot of big stretch goals and easily attainable stretch
Very
goals on the
easily
Kickstarter.
attainable,
So if you want to know more about Fight Your Friends, fightyourfriends.net. Of course, we're going to keep on talking about it at Chuckload of Comics every single Sunday. And if you didn't get a chance to meet these guys at C2E2, where are you going to be next?
Next weekend we'll be at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City.
Wow. Constantly touring.
Yep, and then like 2 weeks after that we'll be at Dink in Denver, and then we'll be in Calgary after that.
Wow.
Rock and roll.
Calgary's going to be fun.
Calgary we've done it once a couple years ago. They're bringing us back, and yeah, that's a big show. That's a fun show. They got awesome guests. Converting all the money's a little weird, but yeah, it's amazing. It's fun.
Awesome,
We're
man.
super
Well,
blessed.
best of luck in 2019, guys. Ash Maczko, Ashley Witter, Andy King, all the people at Cold War, Squarriors, Fight Your Friends, find them online. And thanks a lot for watching all the great shows, guys. If you missed any of our amazing interviews this week, you can find them coming up this week at youtube.com/chuckloadofcomics or chuckloadofcomics.com.
Hit that
There they are.
subscribe
There's a
button.
couple of super fans out there. And yeah, join us here every single Sunday for everything happening in the world of fandom, comic books, movies, talk, television, everything happening in the world of nerd news. We cover it every Sunday on Chuckload of Comics. And we'll see you here next time. Thanks a lot for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
See you guys later.